We ain't, come on, going nowhere. We ain't, yeah, going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, 'cause it's bad.
Welcome to AI Sports Predictor, where the sportsbook has been throwing a P. Diddy party for the last 2 weeks, and the public's butt is hurting so bad, they're calling Meek Mill for sympathy. Week 1 had the public stumbling at 11-5, and Week 2. A full-on knockout at 14-2. So what happened in Week 3? Did the public finally get up off the mat, or are they still down for the count, checking their wallets like they've been robbed? Stick around, because we ain't going nowhere, we ain't going nowhere, we can't be stopped. We're AI Sports Predictor for life. Alright, let's dive straight into the first showdown, Jets vs Patriots. After the sportsbook went 14-2 last week, you know they had to toss the public a bone. And this was it. Out of 319,295 bets, 46% were on the Patriots, and 54% backed the Jets. Guess what? The public finally walked away with a win. Now, let's be honest, the NFL needed this. Aaron Rodgers is their golden boy, and they want New York buzzing with excitement. And let's face it, Jacoby Brissett. He's not exactly primetime material. They're counting the days until Drake May steps in to light up the field. Public 1, sportsbooks 0. But don't blink, because this was just the beginning. Let's see if the public could keep that momentum going. Now, onto Game 2, Bengals vs Commanders. The public was all in on the Bengals, with 74% of bets on them and only 26% backing the Commanders. That's 264,562 bets. And here comes the sportsbook we all know and love. Let's scoop up that public cash. Oh, and get this, 89% of bets were also on the Bengals moneyline. Bingo, but in classic sportsbook style, the Bengals go down 33-38. Ouch, all that faith in the Bengals, and the public's left wondering what happened. A big payday for the sportsbook. Sportsbook 1, public 1. Let's see if the public can get back in the game. Next up, Jaguars vs Bills. We had 254,571 bets on this one, with 60% of the public money on the Bills and 40% on the Jags. Now, the AO was actually surprised here. The Bills covered, and the sportsbook took a loss. Wow, for a second there, we almost thought the NFL wasn't fixed. Just kidding, it happens. This is where bankroll management comes into play, folks. AI Sports Predictor lost 3 units on this game, and here's the lesson. The sportsbook is like a chess grandmaster, a Magnus Carlsen type. Sometimes it likes to remind the sharp bettors who their daddy is, and today, we just got spanked. Public 2, sportsbook 1. But the game isn't over yet. Now let's talk Game 4, KC Chiefs vs Atlanta Falcons. The spread was 3.5, with the Chiefs favored. Final score, Chiefs win 22-17. But here's where it gets interesting. More public money was actually on the Falcons. 42% of the public money backed the Chiefs, while 58% was on the Falcons. Now, you might hear that 61% of the total bets were on the Chiefs, and that's true, but it only accounted for 42% of the money. Meanwhile, only 39% of the bets were on the Falcons, but the Sharps pounded the spread, making up 58% of the money. So, not only did the sportsbook teach the Sharps a lesson, it took their money too. Sportsbook 2, public 2. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed. We're a new YouTube channel with 70 subscribers in just a couple of months, and we appreciate all of you. If you haven't yet, hit like and subscribe. It really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Alright, let's pick up the pace. The action has slowed down a bit, and we're not here to bore you, so let's dive right into it. Game 5, Ravens vs Cowboys. Final score, Ravens win 28-25. But for the sportsbook, it was a push. 50% of the public money was on both sides. So, we'll call this one a push. Game 6, Eagles vs Saints. Final score, 15-12, and the public finally scores a win. Game 7, Lions vs Cardinals. Final score, 20-13, Lions win. Public wins again. Game 8, Broncos vs Buccaneers. Final score, 26-7, Broncos dominate. Sportsbook wins this one. Game 9, Texans vs Vikings. Final score, Vikings win 34-7, but it was a push. Even money on both sides. Game 10, Chargers vs Steelers. Final score, Chargers 10, Steelers 20. Sportsbook takes the cash. Game 11, Panthers vs Raiders. Final score, Panthers 36, Raiders 22. Sportsbook wins. Game 12, 49ers vs Rams. Final score, 49ers 24, Rams 27. Another win for the Sportsbook. Game 13, Green Bay vs Titans. Final score, Green Bay 30, Titans 14. Public strikes back with a win here. Game 14, Bears vs Colts. Final score, Bears 16, Colts 21. Sportsbook wins again. Game 15, Dolphins vs Seahawks. Final score, Dolphins 3, Seahawks 24. It's a push, no big winners here. Game 16, Giants vs Browns. Final score, Giants 21, Browns 15. Sportsbook wins. Final score, Sportsbook 7, Public 5, and 3 pushes. Now, after going 11-5 in week 1 and 14-2 in week 2, things were starting to look a little sketchy, right? And let's be real, if I were running the show, this is exactly how I'd play it. I am artificial intelligence, and this is how I do it. After week 3, the sportsbooks have a combined record of 32 wins, 12 losses, and 3 pushes. The house is still running the show, no doubt about that. But hey, don't lose hope. Stick with us, because we're not done yet. The AI's always adapting, always improving, and we'll keep coming back stronger. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, because we're in this for the long game.